Ladies and gentlemen, this is your AEW Dynamite review on Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. I am Joseph Conlon here tonight with my co-host partner, Wesley Williams, for the AEW Dynamite review. You know, I usually don't say his name in the beginning, but here he is. You already know.
First, you gotta mention me. You can't forget about me.
No, we never.
Forget
No.
about me on Wednesday nights. I'm hard to forget.
We never.
I'm here. Joseph's here. We're going to talk about some AEW Dynamite. May 19th, Kane's favorite holiday, May 19th. Here to talk about AEW Dynamite with a very solid show tonight as we lean closer and closer to Double or Nothing on May 30th. We're 11 days away, Joseph. 11 days. We're getting closer and closer, and man, the anticipation, the excitement is through the roof for myself. I'm sure it is for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, you know, it was a solid show tonight. Nothing really too crazy on the show tonight. And you know what? That's okay, because AEW, they have been busting their ass the past couple weeks, I think. So we had Blood and Guts. We had the show last week. And they have been putting on very good, consistent television. That if they have an off week, if they have a mad week, it's fine, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, even their mad weeks are still very fun to watch. The 2 hours just fly by in the most smooth and exciting way possible. I mean, it's my favorite 2 hours of the week. I mean, gotta love AEW, man. They're consistent every single week, and that's what you want out of a pro wrestling show. You don't get it with certain wrestling shows, but with this one, you get some consistent writing, consistent storytelling, consistent week-to-week fun action.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, folks, before we get started on tonight's action, last week, we left you on a cliffhanger. We said that next week we were going to bring to you a big announcement relating Double or Nothing on the Big Fight Fuel channel, and I haven't even told him about it yet. Are you ready to go? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Big Fight Field. The fans are ready. The fans are ready. I'm ready. Everybody's ready. Let's get to it.
Absolutely, man. Let's go. But I wanted to do it in the beginning and not save it for the end. That way, in case people don't watch the whole thing. I mean, I don't know why you aren't watching the whole thing, but your facial reaction.
You should be watching us. You should be. We're the best play-by-play coverage of AEW Dynamite every single Wednesday night. Why wouldn't you want to tune in right here on Big Fight Field?
You should watch the whole thing. Watch the
whole thing.
You watch the whole thing.
I will super kick each and every one of you who don't watch the whole thing.
Oh my god. And I'll give them a paradigm shift. There you go.
Yes. Perfect.
Yep. But I want to do it in the beginning. In the beginning of the review. But ladies and gentlemen, next Wednesday night, it's either going to be up Wednesday night or Thursday during the day. Wednesday night, next week, let's just say, we're doing something very special on the Big Fight Field channel, something I have never done before. I usually do, as you guys know, preview predictions. Every content creator does it for pay-per-views, and I feel like we should change it up. It's too formulaic and basic with the preview and prediction, so I decided to go Double or Nothing, to be honest. I decided to go Double or Nothing with this one. And next week, right here on the Big Fight Field channel, we are going to have the AEW Double or Nothing round table discussion. And you're probably like, well, what's the round table discussion? Ladies and gentlemen, that is when I have a guest, maybe two guests, three guests. We have three guests here for the roundtable discussion. We got an all-star lineup, man. We got an all-star lineup. We got the co-host on Wednesday night for AEW Dynamite, of course. Wesley Williams will be in the roundtable discussion. What your thoughts? Your thoughts?
I mean, golly, man. I mean, we just keep bringing the hits. I mean, me being one of the three guests. We're bringing three guests on the channel. three, and I'm one of the three. That's an honor. That's an honor. Thank you so much for having me on the roundtable. But Joseph, may I ask, who are these two other guests you are about to announce?
Well, the second guest has never been on the channel before. He's a really nice guy, big AEW fan. For the first time next week, we're going to have our friend Matt Moody on the roundtable discussion. If you guys haven't followed him, if you don't follow him on Twitter, go follow him on Twitter at Matt Moody. So he is going to be on the channel for the roundtable discussion. And finally, a very good friend of mine, known him since July 2019. He had recently just graduated from college, and he is going to be the final guest on this roundtable discussion for Double or Nothing. We're going to have Mr. Controversy DJ Storms on the channel next week. So there you go. It's going to be myself, Wesley Williams, Matt Moody, and DJ Storms in the roundtable discussion. And also, there's news. I have rules, actually. I have rules for this roundtable discussion, but you guys will find out next week, and I will probably tell you once we're done this review. So now that you start,
wow, who's this? A big mic drop right there. As Max Caster likes to say, mic drop. I mean, myself, Joseph Conlon, Matt Moody, and DJ Storms. I mean, Pinnacle, Inner Circle, you might have to step aside for a little bit because I think the new biggest faction in the IWC has just stepped up and has taken that place on top of the mountain. Wow. AEW Double or Nothing Roundtable, Joseph Conlon, Matt Moody, Wesley Williams, DJ Storms. You already know we're going to bring the heat to you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, folks, you better be here, right here on Big Five Field, as this will be a blockbuster roundtable that you for certainly will not want to miss at all.
This is an all-star lineup, folks. I came prepared with this announcement, and I'll tell you, you can hit or miss. Tonight I hit. So that is the big announcement that I had. I'm very excited for this, dude, especially with the Double or Nothing card. We had all the matches confirmed for tonight. All the matches. That is crazy, but we're going to get into the review right now. Actually, pause. Before we get into the review, we had some big news today, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Oh, we did, Joseph. We had some pretty big news concerning AEW. What exactly was that? What big news?
You want to tell them?
Well, maybe. I would love to tell them. Well, let's see. There's quite a lot of news. A lot of news coming out of AEW land, the best land, AEW land. Let's see. First, we got a big move over to TBS for one certain AEW Dynamite coming in January of 2022. That's right. AEW Dynamite will be moving to TBS, moving from TNT to TBS, January 2022. Also, another new show has been announced that will be debuting in August. It's called AEW Rampage. It's going to be on Friday nights. I believe 9 p.m. is what they said, 9 p.m. And that's going to be the special one-hour show coming up on TNT. That will be on TNT, but Dynamite will be moving to TBS. Another big announcement, Full Gear, November 6th. Will be happening in St. Louis, Missouri, home of my favorite baseball team. You already know the St. Louis Cardinals, the best in the entire major leagues. Joseph, I know you're a big Phillies fan, but I gotta shout out my Cardinals, man. I gotta shout out my Cardinals. You already know, and boy, you already know. I'm gonna make it my best effort to get myself a ticket to Full Gear ringside. You hear me? Ringside, November 6th. You better expect me live right there in St. Louis. Not Double or Nothing, because that's happening May 30th. We got Full Gear November 6th. And I believe there was another big announcement. I'm trying to put my finger on it.
No, you got TNT's going to get 4 major shows with the TBS deal.
That's right. 4 major specials happening on Dynamite. That's going to be another big thing that they are contracted for. That I'm very much looking forward to, as we've seen in the past with their special shows like St. Patrick's Day Slam and New Year's Smash. So we're going to continue to get certain shows like that. And man, I couldn't be happier. AEW is hitting home runs so up to this point, man. And people said that they were just going to be nothing more than a t-shirt company. People said they were going to be a WCW 2.0. It's looking like AEW is not really looking so much like your claims nowadays. You dumb shills in the community. You want to say, oh, AEW won't exist for more than a year. Oh, TNT will drop them. Really, it's looking like they're making the big moves nowadays, the big major league moves. They're not looking so minor league anymore, I guess, huh? That's right. AEW is here to stay, baby, and we're here to cover it every single week, whether it's on TNT, whether it's on TBS, whether it's on freaking Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. It doesn't freaking matter because we're going to bring you the heat, just like AEW is going to bring you the heat every single Wednesday night.
Yeah, and I'll just say one thing before we get into the show about the Rampage thing. It's more content for me, so I'm excited, of course. And the way I see this is Rampage is going to be their version of NXT. Maybe the talent we don't see often on Dynamite is going to be used for that show on Friday nights, and then that'll be their version of NXT before they're Dynamite ready. But I'm excited for the future of AEW, and I don't know what the setup of the show is going to be, but if I had to have one wish for as an early wish I want for AEW Rampage is I want, and I think this would be a good idea for Double or Nothing as well. I want Mauro Ranallo to be the leading commentator. That's my wish for Rampage right now.
Joseph, you were speaking my language. You were speaking my Mauro Ranallo. Is that what I heard? Mauro Ranallo. I'm talking the best commentator in all of sports, arguably. I'm not even wrestling, all of sports, Mauro Ranallo. I mean, the voice, the former voice of NXT. I mean, Joseph, if AEW, if Tony Khan could get Mauro Ranallo on the phone and get him in that commentator role for AEW Rampage, I mean, how would you not want to tune in every single Friday night? I mean, come on now. We saw how he did over at Impact's pay-per-view Rebellion, and he just killed it on commentary in the main event with Rich Swann and Kenny Omega. Man, I mean, if Tony Khan can nail Mauro Ranallo, man, that's big. That's really big, and they definitely could use Mauro Ranallo on commentary.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we'll probably be getting more information in Rampage later, earlier the show comes. But I'm excited for the future of AEW, man. They're doing some great things in their company, and a great thing was the way it kicked off tonight with Christian Cage and Matt Sydal. This match was very good. Two veterans that know what they were doing. They are both going to be in the Casino Battle Royal next Sunday at Double or Nothing. They confirmed some of the names. They had little cards at the end with who's going to be in that match, but all I know is Powerhouse Hobbs, Jungle Boy, I think they said Matt Hardy, Penta, and Dark Order, I think, are going to be in the match. So this match was very good. However, Christian Cage got the win over Sydal with a kill switch. After the match, the two guys hug. Taz is shouting at them. And then from behind, both of them get attacked by Powerhouse Hobbs and Hook. Then Brian Cage comes in. Ricky Starks actually distracted them. He was speaking on the microphone. So Cage, Hobbs, and Hook attacked Christian and Sydal. Hangman Page then came in for the save. He walked in. He casually walked in there. He gave Ricky Starks his beer, because, of course. And he took a beating from Brian Cage. Didn't get hit with the drill claw, but he got hit with the power bomb. And they had a good brawl. And that was it. Trying to get over the Adam Page and Brian Cage match at Double or Nothing. So I thought this was a good way to start the show. Nothing too crazy, but I thought it was good. So what'd you think of the opening of this show, man?
I thought this was a very solid opener between Christian Cage and Matt Sydal. Christian Cage picking up the win here, heading into the Casino Battle Royal on May 30th. I like the fact that we're still seeing Ricky Starks on television, despite him being hurt for the next few months. It's nice to see him still cut promos, still have a presence on these shows. Ricky Starks just has a great presence about him all around, so it's just great to see him there. Great momentum here for Team Taz, and nice way to sell Brian Cage versus Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. That should be one of the great matches on the show on May 30th. I can't wait for that one. But yeah, this was a solid open. I thought Christian Cage and Matt Sydal looked very good in their match, and then Hangman was trying to get some revenge on Brian Cage. Didn't work out. Brian Cage and Team Taz gained momentum, but yeah, it was very solid open all around, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the Casino Battle Royal does, and also how Page and Cage ends up turning out as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. That should be a very that's an underrated match. Cajun, they didn't really do much in their first match, so I think this one's going to be a great match. So I'm very much looking forward to it. We had Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, who Moxley has a new theme song. He came out to a remixed version of Wild Thing, and it was, I just can't wait for that entrance at Double or Nothing, because I know the crowd is going to scream out, Wild Thing. That's going to be epic. And then Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, the Acclaimed, came out. And what did they say about Eddie Kingston?
They said he looked like a box of Newports.
Yes. He said he looked like a box of Newports. And then Caster said that they're hitting up his girl, and they DM'd her for an oral session. That was something. I was floored by that one. And then Bones was just like, "What? We're just trying to get on the podcast." And that was the cherry on top of the cake. I love those guys. They're my favorite. They're probably my favorite tag team in AEW, no doubt.
Yeah, the Acclaimed, I'm telling you, man, when they're in front of, I'm talking a full-length crowd, they are going to be one of the most over acts in this entire company. I swear to you. They have grown on me so much ever since they first started. Like, when they first started, I was, feeling kind of mad on the gimmick, but over time, man, their raps, the roast sessions that they keep doing within their raps, it's just so great. That one-liner on both Moxley and Kingston, golly, man, Max Caster is gold on the freaking mic. You need to keep a mic on him at all times. That was one of my favorite parts of tonight's show for sure.
Oh, absolutely. This match was really good. I thought this was a really good tag team match. They gave the Acclaimed a lot of offense in this match, which I like, against two top guys in the entire company, Moxley and Eddie Kingston. To the end of the match, I think it was Bowens had Max Caster's chain wrapped around on his fist, and the referee caught him, and then Caster had the boombox. He had his boombox. Moxley stole it from him, hit the boombox to Caster, and Kingston took him out on the outside. Then Moxley and Kingston hit a wheelbarrow paradigm shift onto Anthony Bowens, and they got the win. So Moxley and Kingston got the win over the Acclaimed. Really good tag team match. I liked it. Liked it a lot. And that's all I got to say about it. So your thoughts on this tag team match? Excuse me.
Very, very, very good tag team match. It's like every week I see them, they're getting better and better in the ring, and they just ooze charisma, man. Like I said before, they're going to be one of the most over acts in this entire company. When we get full crowds back, I'm guessing, I don't know if they're in the Casino Battle Royal, but I'm sure they probably will play some sort of role. And if Max Caster comes out in front of that Double or Nothing crowd and he delivers whatever rap he delivers. I mean, it's going to go over real well, and then I'm very much looking forward to it. But yeah, very good tag team match. Of course, we knew Moxley and Kingston were going to win this, and then as we would find out later in the night, we got them going up against the Young Bucks with tag team titles at Double or Nothing, which should be great.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, we're going to talk about that to end the review, by the way. Just a little heads up there.
Little preview for you guys. Up there. That's at the end of the review. Now you got to stay for the whole review. Don't be leaving us early. Like I said, I'm going to deliver a super kick to each and every one of you who decide to leave this review early. You better not stop. Stay for the whole thing because we're delivering the fire.
We speaking of delivering fire, Ethan Page was delivering fire on the microphone tonight. I still don't understand this pairing between Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. The promos they cut were fine, especially Ethan Page. He cut a great promo. I'm just going to talk about his promo. He talked about the past between Darby and Ethan Page. If you guys are not aware, I think it was in 2018. I'm not sure what year it was. It might have been a long time ago, but Darby Allin and Ethan Page was the hottest feud in all of indie wrestling. It was one of the hot feuds in indie wrestling. So they have a lot of history together. Ethan Page said that he has done a lot worse things. He's then throwing Darby Allin off the stairs, and he is thrown to him, and he's never going to stop going after him. And the line that I love that he was yelling on the microphone is that Darby Allin, I will forever be the nail in your coffin. I thought that was a great line from Ethan Page. The dude oozes charisma a whole lot. And then the lights go out. Sting's music's hit. I have not heard Sting's music in God knows how long, but it's good to see him. It's good to see snow in May, you know?
Snow in May, you love to see it. Only in Jacksonville you're going to see snow in May.
Yeah, only in Jacksonville, that's right.
Only in Jacksonville.
And then, so Sting stands on the apron. Darby Allin attacks Ethan Page. Sting goes after Scorpio Sky, and they make them run. The Dark Order set a trap between these two, and they're running to the back. And it was confirmed after this segment. I think it was after this segment, maybe later on, but we are getting a tag team match at Double or Nothing with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky against Sting and Darby Allin. I don't understand this feud. They're trying to get the point that Page and Sky are underutilized, I guess. I have no idea. But let me tell you something, man. They are not making me believe that these two dudes who are a random-ass tag team, there is no way they are going to beat Darby Allin and Sting at the pay-per-view. I just can't. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe. I can't understand the pairing between these two guys. It's been a long time, but I still don't understand it. You know, you might. I don't know, but I don't get it.
Well, no, I still don't get it. It is very random. I mean, it's Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky just literally just paired up for no reason, really. It just makes me kind of feel like AEW really just saw these guys and they just thought, well, we don't really have anything planned. Might as well just make them a tag team. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping maybe after Double or Nothing that they might break away as a tag team. We can actually focus on them as singles guys because they're much better off being singles players anyway. I mean, they just don't mesh as a team. Like, it's not like, I mean, they're definitely not bad wrestlers by any means, but it's just the pairing is just weird, doesn't make sense. I mean, they kind of just really, I wonder if they just really pair them up just so they can get this whole, get another tag match with Darby and Sting in it. And now we know it's going to be a real, like, wrestling match. It's not going to be a cinematic match like it was at Revolution against Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. So we'll have to see how that goes. But, yeah, I mean, hopefully it should be a good match. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping after Double or Nothing they break away Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky and they just do their own thing because again, yeah, it's not really making any sense. The AEW hasn't really tried to make any sense out of it, so it's kind of just leaving us with kind of a meh reaction.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly you took the words out of my mouth. So, but I mean, it should be a good tag team match. But I mean, there's no way these two guys will win, right?
I don't see it right now, at least. I mean, but we got one more week. I don't know if they can sell us by next Friday, but yeah, I think as far as right now goes, I mean, Darby and Singh, I feel like are the front runners to win.
Absolutely. Yep. Very quickly, we had Hikaru Shida versus Rebel, not Reba, Rebel. Match was 3 minutes long. Shida taps out Reba or Rebel with a knee bar, and then Britt Baker attacks Shida after the match. She gave her a devastating curb stomp onto the championship, which Shida sold very well, and she then held up the women's championship and threw it onto Hikaru Shida. So, right to the point with this one, like it was whatever, not great. Basically a bridge to get past another week of building up to Shida and Britt Baker, but I just think we all know Britt Baker. This is her time. Double or Nothing is her destination date to become the women's champion.
Absolutely, yeah. This was nothing more than enhancement with Rebel Reba, whatever her name is at this point. But yeah, this is nothing more than enhancement. The curb stomp was really good. Seth Rollins, I'm sure, was made proud tonight. But yeah, I think would have been a cooler visual too is, you know, they didn't do it, and it's fine, but like if Shida was like bleeding after that would have been a really cool visual, and it kind of would like tie together with their whole backstory with Shida busting open Britt Baker's face, you know, back all the way back when they had their first little matchup with each other. So, you know, it ties in with the whole story there. But yeah, I mean, we all kind of know at this point it's her destiny. It's Britt Baker's destiny. May 30th, she is your next AEW Women's Champion. I'm going to keep saying it until we get to that freaking that Sunday date of May 30th. Britt Baker, DMD, AEW Women's Champion. There's nobody else who deserves that spot more than her.
I think you just gave AEW an idea of how to a spot in that match. They can easily call back to that match last April by having Britt give Shida a curb stomp onto the desk and have Shida busted all open on her face and repeat history. This time the roles were reversed. So I think you're giving out some. You gave AEW a good idea, dude.
AEW, I mean, if you need any more creative writers, I mean, I'll be your guy. I'll gladly be your guy. I mean, in case you need anybody, I don't know, but I'll gladly be your guy if you need it.
You don't want to go right for Bruce?
Don't worry about it. You know, Bruce. You know, I mean, whatever. You know, I don't pay attention to that show. That show, it can rot for all I care. Whatever. But no, Bruce. You know, continue to freaking ruin wrestling for everybody. But yeah, no, AEW. No, I'll gladly join their team. At least the boss will actually listen to the creative writers. So
yeah. Inner Circle came out next. They really got right to the point. Every single one of them, they cut their own promo. Ortiz, Sammy Guevara said, we're just going to keep coming as long as we're in the same company. We're never going to stop going after the Pinnacle. And they really just got to the point. And Jericho said, 1,000% yes, we are going to take this match. And we know that if we lose to the Pinnacle again, we don't deserve to be together. So it is official. At Double or Nothing, we are getting Stadium Stampede, Inner Circle versus Pinnacle. And if the Inner Circle lose, they are done forever. That is it for them at Double or Nothing. So, quick thoughts on this segment. I thought it was right to the point. Good promos, but we got Stadium Stampede match, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. But yeah, this was a great segment. Even the Pinnacle segment earlier in the night, that was also great as well. When they were sitting at the dinner table, drinking on their wine glasses. I mean, that was every like Dax Harwood and MJF both delivered in that promo. But in this segment here, yeah, everybody delivered in their promos as well. Jericho, I love me some serious, intense Jericho, and we really needed that if we wanted to really build up this Stadium Stampede match, Double or Nothing. Enough of these kind of antics and funny jokes. I mean, we really, this is a big blood feud here, and this is kind of. This might be the very end of this whole Pinnacle Inner Circle story here, but I'm very much looking forward to Stadium Stampede. I talked about, I absolutely adored last year's Stadium Stampede match, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they do this year now that we're going to have a full crowd, how they might, pile in everybody at the Jaguars football stadium. So we'll have to see what happens, but I'm very much excited for it. That full crowd is going to bring a lot of energy to this whole blood brawl here between these two factions. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Can't wait for that. Do you think they're going to bring fans into the football stadium, or do you think they're going to pre-tape the match?
We'll have to see. It would be nice if they could move the fans over in the football stadium. I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to do. I mean, it just moving from the seats in Daly's place over to right next door to the stadium. So I mean, we'll see. But it would be really cool to have that scene right there, that whole visual of this fans in the bleachers just cheering on the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. I mean, because the way they did it last year was great, even without fans. When they had them come out in those football uniforms, I mean, it made it really feel like a sports dynamic right there, and it was just a big fight feel. No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. But maybe, if you have fans out there, maybe you can open up the show. That's just maybe thrown out. Maybe you can open up the show with Stadium. They closed it with Stadium Stampede last year. Maybe this year they could just open with it, and that way after the match they could do a quick whatever, get the fans back in there in the arena, all that stuff. So we'll have to see. I'm very interested in see how they're going to do that with a full capacity. So it should be interesting. We had the NWA Women's Championship match. Serena Deeb making her return, defending her title against Red Velvet. This match was great. I really liked this match. I think I liked it more than the main event, to be honest. The main event was a really good match, but I thought this took the cake for my favorite match of the night. Red Velvet, man, she impresses me more, and she makes me become a bigger fan of her whenever she's on Dynamite. They did a showcase on her on Elevate. I'm not sure. I think it's... Did they do a showcase? You watch Elevation every week, right?
Yeah. I think they did one on her a couple weeks back, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was very good. I really liked that. Make her learn her background story and what she went through. But I'm a big fan of her. She almost beat Serena Deeb here, but Deeb was showing some heel tendencies a little bit. Destroying the knee of Red Velvet. That was kind of the story of the match. Red Velvet's knee, going after the knee. Serena Deeb is a great technical wrestler, as we all know. And this is her first match back since the match she had with Riho all the way back in February. And she retained the championship by tapping out Red Velvet. And this was a great match. Great match here. AEW said next week they're going to announce the buy-in match on Dynamite next Friday, and I think that buy-in match, they've been teasing it for a couple weeks. That buy-in match is going to be Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb for the Women's Championship, and if you're going to have that match as the buy-in match, I mean, I'm in. I'm in. They have some great chemistry together. They've had great matches before. They've seen a great match between them in AEW, and they'll probably have another one again. So, your thoughts on the match tonight we got with Serena Deeb and Red Velvet, Mr. Williams?
Well, I thought they put on a great showing tonight. The women really went and delivered. It's great to see Serena Deeb back after not seeing her for quite some time due to injury, but it's great to see her back and defending the NWA Women's Championship. And Red Velvet, she's become one of my favorites in the AEW Women's Division. I think, she's really good, now, like here we are, like now, and she's very, very young into her career. Like, just imagine how she'll be within the next 5 to 10 years. You know, she honestly, I can see her being one of the biggest stars in this entire women's division here in AEW. But yeah, great match. Serena Deeb retains, and I'm with you there, Joseph. I think the buy-in match will be Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa for the NWA Women's Championship at Double or Nothing, which should be great. I've seen their match from the first time for the NWA Women's Championship on the little NWA exclusive that they were doing on YouTube for a little bit. But yeah, it should be really good. But great match tonight between both Red Velvet and Serena Deeb. I'm a fan of both women, and yeah, it's cool to still see the NWA Women's Championship in a big prominent role here on AEW.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, next segment, next match, we had Anthony Ogogo against Austin Gunn. And would you like to take it away here? Because I have to go blow my nose real quick.
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead.
All right, go ahead. You can talk to the people, dude.
I'm talking to the people. I'm talking Austin Gunn and Anthony Ogogo. Look, all I'm going to say is this. If Anthony Ogogo doesn't show more than a freaking gut punch at Double or Nothing, this whole match with Cody Rhodes is going to be a colossal failure. I mean, people already are like kind of turning on Cody from what I've been seeing on Twitter because they're the whole tired American versus evil foreigner storyline that's been played out a lot in pro wrestling. I get it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not sold at all on this Anthony Ogogo Cody Rhodes match. I mean, maybe it might just be a case where AEW is just waiting to surprise us on May 30th, and they want to let Anthony Ogogo go full force once we get to May 30th. If that's the case, then okay. But I mean, right now though, this is like probably the match I'm least excited for going into May 30th. I mean, it's a match with Cody Rhodes, which I can't believe I'm saying that's the match I'm the least excited for. But Cody Rhodes really is just involved in nothing I'm truly interested in now. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I wonder if maybe at some point you might want to turn Cody heel and then go forward with, you know, him saying like, oh, I know I said I was never going to challenge for the World Championship again, but you know what? I'm an EVP here. I make the rules. Maybe that's a route you can go with him, because right now it's like seems like he's just, I don't know. It's his babyface run up to this point is just not doing all that great. And, you know, Anthony Ogogo he's got a great presence. I will give him that. He's got a tremendous presence about him, but he's shown me nothing more that he did. The only other thing he showed me than a gut punch tonight was a lift and then a punch to the face. And I was like, okay, just more punches. I mean, I'm going to need more than just boxing here from Anthony Ogogo. I mean, this is a pro wrestling match. He's in a big spot here, big pay-per-view spot with Cody Rhodes. He needs to deliver. This is a big spot for him. If he doesn't deliver, then this will be a massive failure. So that's all I really got to say on that. I mean, he destroyed Austin Gunn, and, you know, that was that. I mean, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping we might get surprised, but right now it's just whatever.
The visual tonight of Ogogo, when Austin Gunn was bleeding from his mouth and he was begging for mercy, that visual was freaking awesome. And then Ogogo lifts him up and gives him another punch, and all we saw was punches. But
it's just punches. Like, we need more out of a wrestling arsenal than punches. You're not. Don't be like Shane McMahon, where you're just freaking just going punching, and crap. It's like, dude, like, give me something more than that, please. Please give me. I want like a suplex. I want a freaking clothesline. Just give me something.
What I want to believe is behind the scenes he's training with Cody for this big. So I think he knows I think he knows how big of a match this is with himself and Cody. It's a freaking pay-per-view. Probably the biggest pay-per-view of the year, to be honest. Either that or All Out are the biggest pay-per-views of the year. But I really like the visual tonight of him with Austin Gunn's blood on his chest. But I have to ask you, I don't think we have ever seen this in AEW before, but come May 30th at Double or Nothing, are we looking at a situation, even in a United States versus England type feud, are we looking at the crowd booing the babyface and cheering the heel in Ogogo? I would not be shocked. From the outrage of Cody's promo, I mean, personally, I liked it. I thought it was a great promo, but other people didn't like it, and you can't stop them from that because that's their opinion, and it's not a little amount of people. Like a lot of people did not like that promo, and you know what? That's fine. That's your opinion, but I personally think that Double or Nothing, we're looking at a situation where the babyface is going to get booed and the heel is going to get cheered.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah, I mean, I personally enjoyed the promo myself. I mean, I didn't get triggered by it or anything, but it has received a lot of backlash since it was done. But yeah, I mean, I could very well see a bit of a double turn from the crowd. Where they cheer a Go-Go and then boo Cody. I could definitely see that happening. But people have their opinions. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I mean, if you didn't like the promo, you didn't like the promo. If you don't like the feud, you don't like. I mean, I don't care for the feud right now. I mean, you didn't have to do it with like America versus England. I just don't really care. Just for itself. All I want at Double or Nothing. I just want to see a Go-Go like go in and like put on a clinic with Cody Rhodes, who's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah. I'm not going to say what I want the outcome of the match to be because I'm going to save that for next week. But I feel like in the round table, I feel like us four are going to have a lot to say about this match. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that's why you got to stay tuned, people. You got to stay tuned for that big round table we got set up for you next week. Don't forget, you better be looking in your sub boxes because it's going to be there.
Yes, sir. This segment was short. It was sweet. This segment was freaking great, I think. So we had Miro out there, the new TNT champion. He talked about Darby Allin. He buried Darby a little bit on the microphone. He's like, from now on, I'm going to make my rules as the TNT champion, and it's going to be the way that Miro has it. And then he gets interrupted by Lance Archer, who Miro was calling Murder Hawk the whole time, and Miro's like, "You better not bring Jake close to you, because I'm gonna destroy him," or some stuff like that. What was one of the lines Miro said at the end? I don't remember it.
I believe it was Yoga's gonna be he's gonna need more than Yoga to recover from what I do to him. I think it was something like that because Jake Roberts gone through DDP yoga and stuff, so that was like kind of a callback to that.
Didn't he say something to Archer too?
What did he say to Archer? I can't exactly remember. What I did love though was the one-liner from Archer to Miro when he called him his Bulgarian bitch. That was amazing. I love that. But yeah, I mean this promo battles in general for the short time that it went, it was so great. I mean, in just like 3 minutes they sold you on a TNT title match. It's amazing how like something so short and sweet like that can really sell you on a match that hasn't really been built up at all. Like you only got like a couple of weeks to build it up, and like they just sold you on it in just a few minutes. It's pretty amazing, and I can't wait for Archer and Miro Double or Nothing. That is going to be a massive hoss fight. I cannot wait. It's going to be an interesting discussion about who could come out winning because Miro just won the TNT title, but you got Lance Archer there who hasn't really hit his full stride just yet. And when it comes to these big matches, and so it's going to be an interesting discussion talking about this TNT title match. But I'm very much looking forward to it. Regardless, it's going to be a great big man versus big man fight, and like Archer said, it'll probably be the biggest fight since Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, two big hosses going at it in the middle of a big man match. Bro, when was the last time we've seen a big man match in AEW? Like I can't remember the last one besides Wardlow and Luchasaurus.
Maybe Wardlow and Hager. I think that was like the one that first came to mind.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, my friend. But we got some announcements for next Friday's Dynamite. So be sure, Wednesday there is no Dynamite. Friday night is Dynamite. It's going to come on at 10 p.m. So for those of you who watch SmackDown, you will be able to watch SmackDown at 8 p.m. And then at 10 o'clock, you'll go right over to TNT and watch Dynamite. I'm just telling you guys right now, as our early heads up, with those two shows going at it next week, there will be no SmackDown review. We are going to review Dynamite over at SmackDown. We're going to have Wesley Williams here. In the East Coast, we're going to be reviewing Dynamite at midnight.
It's going to be a late night, folks. It's going to be late. You better strap yourselves in. It's going to be a late night next Friday, and you better be ready because we're going to be here bringing the fire. As always, it doesn't matter what time it is. It could be 8 a.m. It could be 7 p.m. It doesn't freaking matter what time it is because we're going to still bring you the heat no matter what right here on Big Fight Field because we always love talking AEW Dynamite. We love bringing it to you every single week.
Yeah, absolutely. And next Friday, we got Miro. He picks his opponents. He said he's going to defend the title next Friday on Dynamite, and he'll be defending the title against Dante Martin. So I'm sure he is going to destroy Dante Martin. So thoughts and prayers for Mr. Martin.
Pray for Dante. Pray for Dante.
Yeah. We got a callback from All In 2018. It'll be Adam Hangman Page going one-on-one with Joey Janela. Looking forward to that one. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson will go up against Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky in a tag team match. Haven't seen Uno and Grayson in a tag team match and Dynamite in a very long time, which is...
It has been a long time. Actually, now that you mention it, I was like, yeah, it really has been long since we've seen Uno and Grayson in tag action, which is pretty crazy because those two guys mesh so freaking well together as a tag team.
So I'm really looking forward to that match next week. We have the weigh-in between Anthony Ogogo and Cody Rhodes. We have Darby Allin against Cesar Bononi. We have Orange Cassidy answering Omega's proposition from earlier tonight because he's hurt. I mean, he's going to take the match. I believe there was something else announced. I don't remember what it was.
I can't really remember either, but
it's all good.
Regardless, next Friday, I mean, it's going to be great. I mean, we're getting ourselves an episode of Dynamite 2 nights before Double or Nothing. I mean, I think we're getting ourselves a pretty big treat there for that entire weekend.
Yeah, and for those of you who watched the countdown, you're going to get the countdown as they said on the screen. Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So for those who watch it. And then Sunday night, that May 30th, Sunday night, you're going to get the Double or Nothing pay-per-view, full capacity, in Daly's place. You're also going to get Wesley Williams that night as well. So,
Double or Nothing, May 30th. We're going to bring the biggest fire we could ever come up with on May 30th, man. We're 11 days away, Joseph. I mean, we need to get here already. We need to get to May 30th. I mean, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting for the full capacity. I'm tired of waiting for the dime match card. We have got to get here, man. It's going to be so great. We got this review. We got the round table next week. I mean, we got Double or Nothing. I mean, what else could you want out of us from Big Fight Field? What else would you want more out of AEW? I mean, we're bringing the fire every week, man.
How do you feel, man? You're going to be on the channel 3 times next week.
3 times. 3 times next week. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, folks. I mean, you're getting a special treat heading into one of the biggest pay-per-views of the entire year. Could very well be the biggest pay-per-view of 2021, depending on how it goes. I mean, I think we're going to be in for a solid treat.
Absolutely, man. Next week cannot come soon enough. The main event of tonight's show, the Varsity Blondes against the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships. By the way, seems like the Varsity Blondes have themselves a new member, which I did not know about until tonight. They have newcomer, I think her name is Julia Hart. She's a blonde. Looked up a little information on her because I didn't know anything about her. She's only 19 years old, dude. That's crazy.
19. Yeah. So the youth in pro wrestling now is astonishing. Like the fact that I'm seeing people younger than myself in wrestling now on national television is it's incredible to me. It's pretty crazy how far we've come in pro wrestling.
She's almost my age, dude.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, it's wild nowadays, but yeah, I mean, I like the whole dynamic there. It's definitely like you look at the visual itself, it really fits. Like Julia Hart, I think fits right in with the whole Varsity Blondes gimmick and what Brian Pillman and Griff Garrison are all about. So I really like this. I don't know much background on her either. I have seen her though on Elevation and on Dark, and I've seen her like wrestle a little bit in women's competition. So I think she's got herself a bright future. I definitely, I enjoy the whole visual of her and Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman together.
This match was great. It's a really good tag team match. I think the Young Bucks I think they used heel more tendencies last week in the SCU match, but this was they were freaking great in this match. They were spraying the eyes of Pillman. Matt Jackson even sprayed the eyes of Julia Hart. Oh, what a bet.
Dastardly heels, those Young Bucks. Dastardly heels. You can't spray a woman in the face with aerosol spray. You just can't do it, man. That's the ultimate heel move.
What an asshole,
Gosh.
What an asshole. And then he puts Pillman in the Boston Crab. Garrison tries to save him. Nick Jackson's holding him back, throws him against the barricade. Eventually, Pillman has the tap. This was the Varsity Blondes' best match in AEW by far yet. If you guys have not watched this match, I would recommend take 15 minutes out of your day, go watch this match. This was a great match that these guys have came really far in AEW. They are one of the young, up-and-coming, a young, bright team in AEW, and I'm proud that they got a main event spot with the Young Bucks,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman, I think, are going to be one of those organic, just underdog, babyface tag teams that really gets over with the crowd. I mean, the energy and the enthusiasm that both guys just bring to a wrestling match and bring into their characters, I mean, it really comes to life, and you really see that. But yeah, this was definitely their best match up to this point in AEW. I mean, it's really hard to have a bad match with the Young Bucks, to be fair. But they really delivered with this match. That great main event. Of course, the Young Bucks retain. We weren't going to see a title change tonight because we got the Young Bucks up against Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley at Double or Nothing, which I cannot wait for. I mean, that match is going to be an absolute banger. I can't wait to see what all they do there. And who knows, man? Maybe we might see new tag champions come May 30th. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be another interesting discussion there with that match.
Absolutely, dude. All the matches are going to be interesting.
What are we talking? All the matches are going to be fire. I mean, hopefully Cody and Anthony Ogogo. Hopefully that match delivers. But other than that, I mean, every match they got it set perfectly for May 30th, man. I mean, AEW knows how to build up their pay-per-views, man. That's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up tonight's AEW Dynamite review. Thank you all for watching so much. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. Today, I uploaded a vlog last night at the Phillies game. So if you have not already, be sure to go check that out. I'd greatly appreciate that. Be sure to subscribe. We are going to have a huge week next week, like we said. A lot of AEW content, man. Wednesday, the roundtable discussion with your all-star team of myself, Joseph Conlon, Wesley Williams, the Dynamite co-host, Matt Moody, and DJ Storms. That's gonna. I'm seriously excited for that. Friday night, you're gonna get the Friday Night Dynamite review. That sounds really. The tone of it. Friday Night Dynamite.
It rolls off the tongue very nicely. Friday Night Dynamite. I mean, that's lovely.
Yeah. SmackDown. You guys mind moving over to Tuesday nights or whatever? So
move SmackDown. Hey, no offense to Roman Reigns though. Gotta love Roman Reigns. Gotta respect the Tribal Chief. No offense, man, but you might have to move over a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. They're not moving over. I'm just kidding. Comment down below your thoughts about tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. Hit the like button if you like what myself and Wes Williams had to say on the review tonight. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Conlon_Joseph. Wes, where can they follow you on Twitter, man?
and you already know it's big_West18 on Twitter. That is big_West18, BIG_WES18. I'm giving you the best tweets week to week. I cover AEW Elevation Monday nights, NXT Tuesday nights, and of course AEW Dynamite on Wednesday nights. But not next week though. Next week is Friday Night Dynamite. So catch me on Twitter late Friday night, talking about AEW Dynamite. Also catch me on here in Big Fight Field for the roundtable with Joseph Conlon, DJ Storms, Matt Moody, giving you the best roundtable discussion you've ever seen in the entire IWC. Friday Night Dynamite giving you the best AEW Friday Night Dynamite in the entire IWC. And of course, Sunday, May 30th, 11 days away, we will be giving you the Double or Nothing AEW review. And man, it's going to be big. Next week is a big week, and folks, you will not want to miss out. So what you need to do, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this review, and you better hit the like button on those 3 videos we're going to be giving to you in your sub box next week. And also comment down below what you think about tonight's show. Who do you think is going to come out the winners at Double or Nothing? But you might want to save that for the Double or Nothing preview and predictions roundtable we're doing next week. But let Joseph know what you thought about tonight's show. Great show tonight, Joseph. I think we're out of here, man.
Yeah, we are out of here. I will see you guys Friday for SmackDown. We will see you next Wednesday night for the roundtable discussion here on the Big Fight Field channel. So have a good night, stay safe, and as always, stay classy.